The so-called Arch of Janus is one of the most distinctive surviving monuments of late antique Rome. Standing in the Forum Boarium near the Velabrum and directly over the line of the Cloaca Maxima, it is the only preserved quadrifrons or four-faced arch in the city. Although its modern name suggests a dedication to the god Janus, the monument's original purpose remains debated. Scholarly reconstructions increasingly associate it with the early 4th century AD. A 2017 architectural and epigraphic study argued for a date in the period of Constantius II, specifically around the year 357, on the basis of reused inscriptional evidence and structural analysis. The Arch of Janus occupies a crucial urban position at the northeastern edge of the ancient Forum Boarium. This placement is significant because it suggests that the monument was not simply decorative, but was integrated into the spatial organization of one of Rome's busiest commercial districts. Architecturally, the monument is unusual even by Roman standards. It is a square structure, about 12 meters on a side and approximately 16 meters high, with 4 arched openings arranged around a central core. The piers are connected by quadripartite vaulting, and each face contains 2 rows of 3 niches, producing a total of 48 niches that would likely once have held statues. The keystones on the arches were sculpted, with surviving figures identified as Minerva and Roma on the north and east sides. The construction technique also reflects late Roman practice. The core was built of brick and the exterior faced with marble, while several of the marble blocks were reused from earlier buildings. This use of spolia is important because it places the arch within a broader Roman architectural habit of reworking older material for new political and urban statements. The date of the arch has long been disputed. In a detailed study published in the Journal of Roman Studies, Mateos, Piso, and Ventura argued that a reused inscription found in the monument confirms a date during the reign of Constantius II, around 357. This proposal is now one of the most important modern reference points for the monument's dating. That attribution matters because it places the arch in a period when Rome was changing from a pagan imperial capital into a city increasingly shaped by Christianity and architectural reuse. If the Constantius II date is correct, the arch belongs to a phase in which imperial monuments were still being built in Rome, but often with less emphasis on the classic triumphal language of the early empire. The original function of the Arch of Janus remains uncertain. The most cautious interpretation is that it served as a boundary monument, perhaps marking the separation between the Forum Boarium and the Velabrum. Another possibility is that it functioned as a covered monumental crossroads feature, a structure that organized traffic and processional movement in a densely used urban zone. The monument's sculptural details reinforce this ambiguity. The statues that once filled the niches are lost, but the surviving iconography on the keystones suggests a deliberate attempt to connect the building with civic and divine protection. At the same time, the four-face design has encouraged later association with Janus, the god of thresholds and transitions. Like many Roman monuments, the Arch of Janus experienced significant alteration after antiquity. In the Middle Ages, it was incorporated into a fortified complex, probably by the Frangipane family, which helped preserve the structure but also changed its appearance and use. In 1830, a brick and concrete superstructure was removed in the mistaken belief that it was a later medieval addition, and the removal of the original iron clamps in earlier centuries left the marble surface pitted and scarred. These interventions are visible reminders that the monument we see today is the result of successive historical phases, not a frozen ancient original. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe so you won't miss new ones.